green light, go. Tires burn the pavement, people wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot,
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thundered, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Every day I wake my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater get up, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I
like that. It's a lot of money. Why? I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bag. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab from.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, it's Goodwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the... .39. 14 yards. Let's go, that's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 36.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On second down, it's Goodwin finding room to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
You're going to see me in your nightmare. Check, 55 to mine. Check, front. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike.
Now it's Jackson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 10. Now.
Off play action. Meredith. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now. Hey, exit. Steve Griffin.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Pushing tacklers aside, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Put that team on the bump. Hey, Haywood. Hey, Justin, go.
From the gun, Meredith. Open man is Gordon, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Come on, set. Hey, Charlie. 18 Gator. 6'6", bullet high. Twins. Watch twins. No. Yes.
Now Gordon on first down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Get to here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. Got me booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go, Tiesburg.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
best of both worlds when we rockin' over
Pearls in
pearls.
the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with
Cardio kingpins.
subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A plus the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all peak the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. 15, run. 15, run. Check three. Get it.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Ready up. 80 weapons.
That's track. Hey, alert 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Tens the mic.
Protein spill.
Off the play fake. Meredith. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch.
Go. 52. Ready.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the left side. Goodwin. 5 yards on the carry. Good. Pick up on 1st down.
You got it. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
3rd down and 5.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Mike, 55. Here in the middle, 55. Check. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Yeah.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, but now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We got it down.
Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. 18. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready? Watch 18. 18's the max. Move. Defense.
From the gun, Meredith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a deep ball here, Holman just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 35 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
And the Dolphins first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
218, chop it.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. 61, matchbox, lights. 5.
Off-play action. Meredith. Open man is Robbie Anderson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Meredith. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Matt Judon just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Like 10. Hey, Alpha. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
Off the play fake. Meredith. And he'll find Hall. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Meredith. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Now Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Goodwin. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got Snead. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
55, right there.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 37 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and 9 now. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on 3rd and long. Meredith going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith sets up the screen to Gordon. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. I got you. Look at me. Zipper. 18, Mike. 18. Go.
Operating from the gun. Meredith. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. Let's go, at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Goodwin. Oh, what a juke into space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 53 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Dolphins 3. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break. Meredith. That one complete to Anderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Jackson to throw on third down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 82 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. They find some open field here. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 81 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Break. Protein spill. Give me that. Put up. Let's go.
Off play action. Meredith looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be...
It's caught inside the 25. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Jay, wahoo! Rock it, coming. Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Meredith. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. First down. Goodwin. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
52's the mic, boys. 52. No. It's our time. What's right? Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
They'll try the left side. It's Goodwin. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll run on first down. Good one. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, man, watch the boot. Mike, 55.
Now Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Jackson on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. It's Goodwin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 53. Go. Let's go.
From the 22, Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, orbit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 2. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, zoom. Yep. Mike 10, Mike 10. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys.
Operating from the gun. Meredith gets it to Gordon. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Now! Mike 10, Mike 10. I'm coming. Look at me. Go. Ready?
On first down, Meredith. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Meredith, now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Dolphins.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Yes, yes. Check. Hey, lock it. We got double up. Go. Go, just that.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Hurry.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd down and 5 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Go. Hey. High 7. Mike 18.
2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Kill.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
you